Welcome to the Personal Finance Podcast for Doctors. This podcast aims to simplify all aspects of personal finance and helps you make smart and informed choices about money so that you can live happier and stress-free lives. Today's episode is brought to you by Chanda Verma, who is a financial coach and vice president with the doctor practice at MFA, the only company in India having a dedicated practice for doctors.
Hi, I'm Chanda Verma. Today I want to share with you a personal experience from which I think we all can gauge and learn something. At least I did. I had gone with my friend to a much-awaited Little Flea exhibition held in Mumbai recently. It was fun. There were rows and rows of lovely stalls, primarily homegrown businesses and online brands, and they were displaying their products. My friend and I were just looking around, browsing, nothing particular in mind. And then suddenly, my friend stopped at this particular stall, mulling and poring over all the products with great interest. It was a stall of skin, beauty and wellness products. They had products for everything: back and neck pain, calming products, eye care products, fine lines, hair fall solutions, essential oils, massage oils, the works. Now my friend was facing a hair fall problem. She apparently had tried lots of remedies, home remedies, hair oils, treatments, massages, superfoods, etc. And nothing had worked, well, according to her. She had even stopped oiling her hair as that caused even more hair fall. Now, as she was browsing through the hair products, the lady at the counter spoke to her and told her about the USPs of the product. She said they use natural ingredients. She also told her how she moved from Delhi to Mumbai and experienced hair fall due to the water. And by using these products, there was a noticeable change in her hair quality. That's it. At that point, my friend decided, I am buying these 2-3 products and I'm going to try them. Well, nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying it was a wrong decision. It's all fair, all okay till now. As we were walking away from the stall, I just turned around and asked her, "Hey, if you have this concern, did you consult a doctor?" She said no. I said, "Did you get a blood test done?" She said no. "Is your nutrition right?" She said, "Yeah, I eat healthy. I avoid fried stuff. I eat at regular intervals." Now understand, it's a different story what eating healthy really is and what we all perceive as eating healthy is. So anyway, I asked her, how do you know what's the root cause? And if you don't know the root cause, how do you know what's the right solution for it? Just buying and applying these products externally may not solve the problem. It could be counterproductive. You're just trying more products as you have tried in the past, and so what was different about your decision this time? She was already talking to different people, trying remedies her friends had suggested, and maybe it worked for them. She's trying new solutions in hope of having something different, and that'll work better than what she had tried in the past. But it was so random, so haphazard, such a hodgepodge way of addressing a problem which was important. Did the product seller ask her what problem she had? What were her symptoms? What was her diet? Does she take any supplements? What's the quality of her hair? What treatment she's done in the past? No. Was she even qualified to do all this? No. Now see, I have had a hair fall problem too. But what I did was I observed it for 2-3 months. Then I decided to consult a doctor I knew and trusted. I was told to get a blood test done with certain specific requirements, which is not a routine blood test, right? Then I visited a doctor who examined my scalp. She looked at my reports. She asked me a series of questions. And once she had diagnosed what the problem was, she prescribed some supplements, some dietary changes, and a few medicines. She also gave me a roadmap of what I should expect in 6 months' time in terms of results. Sure enough, my problem resolved, thankfully, and I was wiser should the problem resurface. Anyway, so that was that. On my way back home that night, I started thinking. There was a realization in this simple episode that had transpired that day. I work in the field of financial planning, and what had just happened with my friend, I just found that it was so true in our field as well. The exact way she approached her need is the way a lot of people take their investment decisions. Yes, it's true. See, even when it comes to the hard-earned money, लोग मुझसे यही पूछते हैं, मैं कहाँ इन्वेस्ट करूँ, कौन सा प्रोडक्ट अच्छा है, क्या रिटर्न्स मिलेगा, IPO में इन्वेस्ट करूँ क्या, स्टॉक्स के लिए कोई टिप है क्या. So many times people have asked me, म्यूचुअल फंड में इन्वेस्ट कर लिया और कुछ है नया जिसमें ज़्यादा रिटर्न्स मिलेगा. So you see, we straight away jump into products, what to buy. We don't think only what is the problem I have to solve, what is the purpose that I need to have for this investment. To relate this to my experience, you all know that hair fall is a common problem. But the symptoms may be different for different people, na? The root cause may be different. It may be seasonal for some people, but for others it may be a genetic issue. You can't have a one-size-fits-all solution. Every patient is different. The same treatment or medicine does not work on everyone the same way. अगर हम डॉक्टर के पास जाते हैं और डॉक्टर हमको स्ट्रेट अवे दवाई दे देता है या बोलता है ऑपरेशन करना पड़ेगा, हाउ डू वी रिएक्ट? Wouldn't we prefer that he first understands your problems, asks you questions, finds out your history, runs some tests, then he diagnoses and prescribes a treatment or a medicine? So he's following a process, right? He doesn't straight away jump into a solution or into a product. So why do we do that when it comes to money? And this is what we do, which is very wrong. And I can tell you this after having met more than 3,000 doctors. Secondly, who do we take advice from? Just think. More often than not, we'll be talking to our chartered accountant or someone in our family or maybe a friend who's a finance whiz, at least according to us, or who works in an investment banking firm, or maybe we'll have some 2-3 investment advisors from different major MNC firms, maybe even a stockbroker, maybe a combination of all this. Maybe we research, we read, talk to people and then take our own decisions. In a doctor's language, it's called Googling and self-medicating, which doctors hate. And so do we as financial coaches. कितने बार हुआ है कि आपका दोस्त एक प्रॉपर्टी में इन्वेस्ट कर रहा है तो आप भी उसमें पैसे लगा लेते हो. It's happened to me when I started my investing journey many years back. Sometimes someone says, यार इस LIC पॉलिसी में 10 साल में पैसे डबल हो जाएंगे और कवर भी मिलता है, तो हम पॉलिसी ले लेते हैं. चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट ने कहा टैक्स बचेगा तो हम मे बी FD कर लेते हैं. Why do we do this? Tell me, do we have 2-3 interior designers for our house? Or do we have 2 surgeons for our heart surgery? Or do we have multiple nannies for our child? No, na. We identify and trust one person who we believe is the right person for us, who will guide us and achieve our goals. Also, tell me, can I do my own surgery after I read a lot of books and gather knowledge? Maybe I can design my own house, but how much time and effort do I have to put in it? Is that my expertise or worth my time? Am I a specialist in this? As a doctor, a lot of you can probably understand this well because you all know specialization and super specialization, right? In orthopedics itself, there's a hand surgeon, there's a spine surgeon, there's a hip and knee specialist. So you let the specialists do their job. Likewise, we all need a specialist to guide us in every part of our life, be it diet, be it exercise, be it medical issue or be it money. So then, क्या सही है? 2 चीजें. Please note this down. Number 1, सबसे पहला. Ask yourself why, how, what. Why, how, what. This is the very first step, which is why. Why am I investing this money? Getting clarity on the purpose for investing. End goal क्या है? अब end result ये नहीं हो सकता कि मुझे ज़्यादा पैसे चाहिए या मुझे पैसे डबल करने हैं या ज़्यादा रिस्क लेना है ना. The goal is, what do I need the money for? House renovation in 5 years? My child's education in 10 years? Do I need to pay down payment of my house? Do I want to purchase an equipment for my clinic? List down your personal financial goals. Then comes the how. That is the process to follow to achieve these goals. Once you list down the goals, we have to put a number to it. We have to give it a time frame. For example, I need 2 crore rupees after 5 years for my child's education at his age 18 years if he goes abroad. This is a simple example. There are more complex ones where we have to figure out कि in case you need to be taken care of till your age 90 years if you were to retire, and there is inflation which is there in our country, and your medical needs will be higher, and you may be traveling more, etc. What is the amount that you would need? All these are a little complex calculations. But basically, the how includes an analysis of all these goals. And secondly, also an analysis of what you have done till now in terms of your investments. How have you invested in different instruments till now? Have you already invested in a lot of property? Do you have insurance policies which are adequate? Do you have mutual funds in the right allocation? Are they the right mutual funds? Do you have 100 stocks or 10 good stocks? Do you have enough insurance cover? Are your medical needs taken care of, etc, etc? Basically, what have I done till now? Because अगर आप already 2 properties में invest कर चुके हो, then you can't say कि I will invest in another property because it's a hot property, right? So that is the how, and finally therefore comes the what. So finally, after you've understood your goals, you've gone through the process of analyzing and doing the numbering, then comes therefore what should I invest this to be able to achieve my goal. So that is the why, how and what. And number 2, second cheese, evaluate and find that one person, that one Sherpa in your life who will guide you through all ups and downs in your finance journey, in your investment journey. This person should be accountable to help you achieve your goals, not just talk about returns and promise you returns. This person should be the one who's available at any point as a bouncing board for any money decisions, be it taking a loan, repaying a loan, selling property, renting a place, planning for your retirement, transferring your assets to your children, selling your practice or your business, a one-point contact, a family doctor for your life. Check on what is his motivation to work. What process is he following? What is he promising you? Does he only sell products to you, or does he act as a holistic advisor on all aspects of money? And then once you decide, follow the process, trust this person. ये 2 चीज़ें बहुत बहुत important है to take your decisions regarding your hard-earned money. This is what I learned from a simple shopping day with my friend. Look around you and you may find some learning somewhere. That's it for today. Hope this helps. Take care and be good.
You were listening to the Personal Finance Podcast for Doctors with Chanda Verma. If you find this podcast relevant and interesting, do share it with other doctors as well. It will be great if you leave a review, share, like and subscribe. You could also let us know if there is any specific topic that you would like us to cover. For any queries or help, you can get in touch with MFA's Doctor Practice Team at 892-800-6140.